Do you know how Bart triggered a diplomatic crisis? This episode begins with a toothpaste escape race between Bart and Lisa. Lisa's toothpaste won successfully because it was on the inside lane, but Bart thought it was unfair if the water flowed in the opposite direction. He was sure that he could beat Lisa, but Lisa told Bart that in the northern hemisphere, water rotates counterclockwise, and it is only in the southern hemisphere that water rotates clockwise. But Bart didn't believe Lisa's words. He called the Antarctic, only to learn that the water there had been frozen into ice. He called Argentina, but he couldn't communicate because of the language barrier. He called Africa, but the president mistakenly thought that the rebels were going to attack the capital and directly jumped out of the window and left. Lisa asked Bart to stop this prank and also pointed out that long-distance calls were expensive, so Bart had to call Australia. He claimed to be the president of the International Drainage Commission and asked the boy to check if the toilet in his house drained water in a clockwise direction, but Bart wasn't satisfied with the boy's answer. He asked the boy to go to his neighbor's house and take a look. It wasn't until midnight that the boy came back from his neighbor's house, but by then, Bart had lost interest in the answer. He perfunctorily said a few words and then hung up the phone, but soon the boy's father discovered the phone bill. After learning that his son had been deceived, he called Bart and wanted Bart to pay for the phone call. Unexpectedly, he was insulted by Bart. The man angrily reported this matter to the congressman. Bart's attitude worsened the diplomatic relations between the two countries. In order to quell the anger of the Australian people, the US government proposed two solutions. Bart could choose to serve 5 years in prison in the United States, or go to Australia and publicly apologize to the other side.
All Bart has to do is apologize and we get a free trip to Australia?
I can handle that. I'm an expert at phony apologies.
Bart?
I'm sorry.
That's better.
Homer decisively chose to go to Australia. Bart's sincere apology soon won the forgiveness of the Australians, but he still needed to accept an additional punishment.
Punishment? Well, a mere apology would be a bit empty, eh? Let the booting begin!
Booting?
No, it's just a little kick in the bum.
Yeah-oh.